What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about a psychic that is real. Bullshit. We're going to be talking about Sylvia Browne. And a lot of you are going to ask, why are you going after Sylvia Browne? Well, because she is the most known, most believed in the psychic community. There's going to be those people out there that say, well, even if they are fake, they're not hurting anyone. In fact, they're giving them hope. They're, helping them grieve. Actually, no, that's actually not the case at all. In fact, sometimes, a lot of times, they actually do way more damage than helping. So let's watch some clips.
My mom passed away 3 years ago, and
she was a beautiful woman, by the way.
Thank you.
She was very flamboyant.
Yes, she was.
Yeah, she was sort of a gypsy type of woman.
Yes.
Yes.
And before she passed away, she tried several times to tell me something in the hospital, and I could not understand because of the tube she had in her mouth. And
yeah, the trachea, all that.
And I just didn't understand it, and to this day, it still bothers me that I couldn't understand my own mother.
She didn't, this is really hard to tell you. Your father is not your father.
Wow.
But who cares? You love who you love.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay.
But she wanted to get that off her chest. Who cares? But that was her thing.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Okay.
What do you mean, well, thank you? This lady just dropped a bomb on you. Drop me a bomb on my head, but boom, what? What? Mom was going to try to say, what? She was trying to say that before wow.
If somebody had told me that my father was not my father before he died, I don't know if I would have cared, because I loved my father as much as I could have loved
him. Sure, you
him.
love the person who raised you.
I didn't ask, because I loved my daddy.
That's
sure
right. I love my daddy. And that's it. Over on the other side, we're all related to each other.
No wonder I don't belong in the family.
That's right.
So true.
That's why you've always felt like an alien in alien land.
I always told my daughter, Krista, I always told her that. I said, I don't belong
no wonder,
in this
because we don't think we're psychic. Yes, we are.
Well, I want to know who it was.
Yes, yeah.
He was a very attractive man, but it was I was one of those things.
Oh, well, we ain't going to get all up into that, okay? I got that little break.
So Sylvia Browne is claiming that this mother of this woman cheated on her father and isn't her real dad. And you can just tell there's something like snapped in this woman's mind, because she's just so calm, it doesn't even affect her. Even Montel goes, well, wait, this woman just dropped a bombshell and this is how you're acting? Well, obviously it's for ratings, but this woman, she could go home and kill herself because of what her mom did, when in reality he didn't. So how is this helping? How is it shattering her family? How is this helping her? Okay, let's watch some more clips, because I have a feeling that this isn't the only one where Sylvia Browne helps people.
4 months after Shawn disappeared, the Akers appeared on the Montel Williams show with self-proclaimed psychic Sylvia Browne. Browne told the distraught parents that Shawn was dead and told them in great detail where to search for his body.
The guy was dark-skinned, although he wasn't black. He was more Hispanic looking. Had real long, dark hair. And strange enough, Hispanic, but he had dreadlocks.
Then Sylvia Browne confirmed their worst fears.
Is he still with us?
Thankfully, Shawn Hornbeck was found last week alive and well. His alleged abductor, Michael Devlin, is not Hispanic, and he didn't have dreadlocks at the time of the abduction. But she was terribly wrong about the most important detail of all.
Hearing that was one of the hardest things we ever had to hear.
Oh, it's helping them grieve. What if that is the only thing keeping them alive, is the hope that their kid may come home one day? And this is what makes them snap and goes home and kills themselves because of this. How does people like Sylvia Browne, how do these psychics that tell people that their kids are dead or in slavery or this stupid shit, how do they actually live with themselves? So these psychics are not actually helping at all. They are breaking families apart. They are breaking homes. And in some cases, I can guarantee you, people have killed themselves because of what psychics have said. And these people need to be stopped. People need to not believe any trash any psychic says. It's all garbage. And believe you me, we're going to be doing a lot more videos on a lot more psychics. Big ones and unknown ones, because this shit needs to stop. These people are psychopaths. These people are sociopaths. That's a good word for it. Sociopaths. That's what they are. They're sick, they're scam artists, and they're scum. So let's look at some more of her scum, shall we?
Sure. The search for Shawn was diverted, according to his parents, based on the misinformation Browne had given, costing the effort valuable man-hours. Shawn's parents, Craig and Pam Akers, also say Browne offered to help them for money.
Sure, Sylvia Browne will help you for money. Sure, I get all these psychic visions, but you know what? In order for me to help you find your lost loved one, you have to pay me. I'm not a scam artist at all, but pay me so I can help you find your family.
But there are also some people she's hurt. For instance, on the Montel Williams show in 1999, Browne shared this information with the grandmother of a missing child named Opal Jo Jennings.
She's not dead, but what bothers me. Now, I've never heard of this before, but for some reason she was taken and put into some kind of slavery thing and taken into Japan.
4 years later, the little girl's remains were found near Fort Worth, Texas. An autopsy showed she was killed shortly after vanishing.
Almost 9 years ago, Amanda Berry's mom went on the Montel Williams show where resident psychic Sylvia Browne spoke of Amanda.
I don't think I'll ever see her again.
Yeah, in heaven on the other side.
The WMMS morning show in Cleveland reenacted the transcript. The host read the part of the psychic.
I hate this when they're in water. She's not alive, honey.
Not alive? Then who's this?
I've been kidnapped and I've been missing for 10 years and I'm here, I'm free now.
I lost my boyfriend tragically a few years ago. They never found him. And I've had such a hard time since, every day.
The reason why you didn't find him is because he's in water. And to find him in water, it's like the girl that's missing in Aruba. You can't find somebody.
Well, it was September 11th. There was no, he was a fireman, but there was
no, see, I keep seeing him in water. Is there any way he could have drowned in water some way?
They never found a piece of him. Nothing.
From 9/11.
Because he says he couldn't breathe and he was filled with water. Well, if they were trying to put the fire out, Montel.
They could have, yeah.
No, they won't find him, but honey, that's okay, because it doesn't matter if they find him or not, he's still over there.
You had a question for Sylvia about your daughter, Michelle?
My daughter, Michelle, was 17 years old. She'll be gone 5 years, the 21st of this year. Sylvia, I don't know how she died. Please, if you can, how did she die?
She was shot.
Circumstances around her death?
She just collapsed in her room.
I don't know, but something looks like... Because it looks like a combustion.
They found nothing on the autopsy.
I don't care,
nothing.
but it looks like something hit her in the chest.
They did an autopsy. They did drug. They do whatever
Everything.
they do. It's just she was a healthy child and
she was in her.
Just fell out in her room.
just
went
fell
out.
like a golf club's fall or whatever.
I know, just went down.
Yeah.
I don't know, but there was something that hit her.
And once again, Sylvia Browne completely fucking fails. Obviously. I don't know how my daughter died. She was shot. No, she collapsed and just died. Well, I'm seeing something, shot to the chest. A shot to the chest. The autopsy didn't show that. Crash and burn yet again. And then there are going to be people, well, psychics can't be right 100% of the time. Well, that's kind of funny. If the dead person is talking to them, how could they have so many fails? How come they can't get this information right on? Why do they have to pick and probe at people to get the right information, to get their answers from the dead? Why can't these people answer the questions that they're being asked without extra information if the dead are talking to them? It doesn't make any fucking sense.
All of these people who say that they can speak with the dead, all of them, including Sylvia Browne, of course, are like vultures. They sit in a tree and they wait for the grieving to come by. grieving people who are vulnerable and really need some help and are naive enough to think that if she appears on Montel Williams wouldn't deceive us, of course. She must be the real thing, and that's not necessarily true. And they jump on these people and charge, as Sylvia does, $700 for a 20-minute reading over the telephone. Incredible, but they believe it.
Well, I talked to the Akers yesterday, and they told me that they were only allowed to speak with Sylvia Browne on the show, not before or after, and they were told after the show that if they wanted further communication with her, they would have to pay her going rate, which I thought was $700 for an hour, but you're saying $700 for 20 minutes, and that's a phone consultation.
Before this video ends, I want you guys to go in the comment section below and let us know if you guys have had any experience with people who claiming that they're psychic. Let us know your stories down below.
And you say that what a lot of these so-called psychics do are cold readings. What's that?
Well, a cold reading is a technique, a specific technique, where you just throw out ideas and initials, things like there's something red connected with this. It's like a right color. It might be a roof of some kind, and the letter M, or maybe a double letter R, I'm not sure. But there's also something about late at night, and I smell gasoline or turpentine, something like that, and electricity is flowing. And they go on and on like this, and they'll fill a tape with this sort of nonsense, and afterwards, if the victims are gullible enough, what they'll do is they'll look back through the tape to find some sort of correlation with what she said.
So-called psychics will say, well, look, even though something can't be scientifically proven doesn't mean that it's not real or doesn't exist. Do you hold out the possibility that someone could have psychic powers?
Well, we've been offering at the James Randi Educational Foundation a $1 million prize now for many, many years. And Sylvia Browne agreed on international television that she would take the challenge. Then she announced immediately that she didn't know how to reach me. A psychic didn't know how to reach me? She can't use the telephone book? And then she said, after we told her how she could reach me, so she wasn't inconvenienced, of course, she then said that I'm not a godly man, so she wouldn't have anything to do with me. Now, wouldn't she want to take that $1 million, which she could earn inside of 50 minutes or so? We figured that's how long it would take to do a definitive test.
As always, guys, don't forget to like the video, share the video with your friends, and subscribe, because every Monday we post brand new videos. So I will see you guys next week.